satellite sonar picked up something under the ocean floor that straight up should not exist. A city, but not some ancient Atlantis-type ruin. Not destroyed, alive and shifting. At first, the reading got brushed off as interference. Deep-sea scans throw out weird glitches all the time, especially down in zones packed with insane pressure and messed-up magnetic fields. But this signal didn't disappear. It came back. Same coordinates. Different structure. That was the first red flag. They ran a second scan from an independent system, then a third from another agency entirely. Every single one confirmed the same thing. Something under the seabed was building a geometric pattern that made zero sense in natural geology. At first, the control room treated it like corrupted data, until the structure changed again. Mid-scan, one junior operator laughed and said it was probably just a rendering bug in the mapping software. Nobody laughed back, because the senior analyst wasn't looking at the joke anymore. He was watching the pattern evolve in real time. And then things got seriously weird. The grid started forming during the scan itself. Lines appearing live where nothing existed seconds before. Like the ocean floor was reacting to being watched. Nobody touched the thermostat, but somehow the whole room felt colder anyway. Finally, one analyst broke the silence. This ain't geology. The room went dead quiet. Then he corrected himself. This is behavior. That one word changed everything. Because behavior means intent. Intent means intelligence. And intelligence beneath the ocean floor meant they weren't studying something passive anymore. Something down there had noticed them too. Within hours, the anomaly got escalated to Deep-Sea Exploration Command. A submersible mission was greenlit immediately. Nobody argued against it. Nothing in the data suggested safety. Only curiosity and urgency. The descent started. At first, it felt like every other deep ocean dive. The submersible launched 12 hours later. A military-grade, deep ocean vessel designed for extreme trench exploration. Titanium hull. Reinforced pressure systems. Experimental navigation equipment. For crew members climbed inside. Nobody spoke much before departure. They'd all seen the scans, and none of them could explain what they were looking at. As the vessel descended beneath the waves, daylight disappeared almost immediately. First blue, then dark blue, then complete blackness. The deeper they went, the quieter everything became. Sound itself felt distant. Even breathing sounded unnatural inside the cramped metal chamber. Pressure climbed steadily outside the hull. Thousands of tons pressing inward from every direction. One mistake down there meant instant death. At first, the dive felt normal. Routine even. Ocean trenches often looked empty on descent. Vast darkness with occasional flashes of bioluminescent creatures drifting through the abyss like ghosts. But at approximately 18,000 feet, sonar returned something unusual. Flat edges. The pilot adjusted the scan. Perfect alignment. A second ping confirmed repetition. The co-pilot stared at the display in silence. Natural formations didn't create symmetry like that. Not at this scale. The pilot slowed the descent. Something was beneath them, but it wasn't rock. Wasn't sediment. Wasn't terrain. It was structure. As the submersible drifted lower, the darkness beneath them slowly revealed itself. At first, it looked impossible to understand. Then the outlines became clear. A massive geometric layout stretched across the ocean floor. Straight lines intersected at exact angles. Repeating formations extended far beyond the limits of sonar range. It looked like a city grid, but there were no skyscrapers, no buildings, no ruins, only design, perfectly preserved at depths where nothing engineered should survive. One crew member quietly whispered, "It looks abandoned." Nobody answered him, because nobody had a better explanation. The deeper they scanned, the larger the structure became. Miles of organized geometry buried beneath layers of sediment. Entire sectors hidden under the seabed itself. And then the failure started. Sonar froze without warning. Navigation systems collapsed into static. Depth readings fluctuated violently despite the vessel remaining perfectly stable. The pilot tried rebooting the system. Nothing responded correctly. Every monitor locked onto the same image. A glowing grid beneath the darkness. Inside the vessel, silence took over completely. Not panic, not confusion, recognition. One diver leaned toward the frozen screen, barely breathing. "We're not discovering this." Nobody moved. Then he finished the sentence nobody wanted to hear. "We're entering it." At that exact moment, the glowing grid below shifted. Not violently, not randomly, precisely, like it was correcting itself, like it had adjusted to their exact position above it. Back at the surface command station, transmissions started glitching immediately. Signals cut out, recovered, collapsed again. Entire chunks of sonar data vanished before reappearing seconds later. Engineers rushed between consoles trying to stabilize the feed. Nothing worked, because the pattern wasn't random anymore. It was consistent. The grid. Always the grid. And now it was updating faster. Like something beneath the seabed had become aware. One scientist finally ordered every active scanning system shut down. No sonar. No mapping. No electromagnetic stimulation. Silence across all channels. For the first time since the anomaly was discovered, humanity stopped observing the ocean floor. But the structure didn't disappear. It became clearer, sharper, stronger, more defined, as if observation had never been necessary for it to exist at all. Then a transmission pushed through the static. No source identifier, no known origin point, just a single sentence. "Stop scanning." Nobody in the control room responded immediately, not because they didn't understand, because they understood too well. Something had communicated, something had issued a warning, and something beneath the ocean floor had acknowledged humanity directly. Suddenly, the structure reacted again, not through sound, not through radio signals, through movement. The glowing grid beneath them expanded slightly.